Things I can't explain. Things I shouldn't have seen. As she was dying, I was inside her mind, inside her memories, inside her thoughts. She was frightened. She didn't know what was happening to her. I saw the human test subjects from the Black Project in Singapore. Something inside them screamed out in agony. It caused the whole disaster. It killed so many people.
Relax. Breathe.
It was buried for years, but Taylor's team, they won't get up. It's inside them. I think it's taking them somewhere.
Stay with me. Where is Taylor going?
He's still looking for the frozen forest.
OP Gaming here with another review. It's Monday again, and as I promised, I'm bringing you another review. Today I'm reviewing Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and I'm gonna first talk about the campaign or mission and all the nooks and crannies of that. You know, there's a lot of new stuff in there. Then I'm gonna talk about online and then zombies, of course. So let's get started on the campaign. So what's really different about this campaign is you can either choose a boy or a girl, or a man or a woman soldier, and you can customize them. There's only like 12 selections on how you can customize them, but it's the first Call of Duty you actually get to choose how your character looks. And after you get past like the first two missions, you have like a game hub, which is pretty cool. And so you can like select loadouts and your weapons and your cyber cores and shit you collected and all this data and blah 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 blah, a bunch of stuff. And what's different about this is you actually level up in the campaign. Instead of just doing it and doing it and doing it and doing on different difficulty just to get the achievement, you actually level your campaign character up. And it is built, I think, the first Call of Duty since World at War that you can. It's built for a co-op. So there's an online lobby where you can play on different difficulties and get shit done. And you level up weapons, you unlock camos, fully customizable. I think they did a really good job with that. Mechanics of the campaign, I think, are spot on, really good. I mean, there's some things that I wish they would change, but I mean, for the most part, the mechanics and everything are good to go. When it comes to the story mode, that's where I'm going to critique most of the stuff on the campaign about. At first, the game starts off perfect. Other than Hendrix is the slow, he's your guy that follows you, kind of like Soap or something in Modern Warfare. Someone who's like your campaign or your friend on the campaign. He's the slowest, most annoying character Call of Duty's ever introduced. And I just have to start off with that. And you'll notice that as soon as you start playing the first mission, how slow he is. Half the time, he doesn't even open the doors correctly. It's just miserable. I would just remove him. I hate Hendrix. He's a pain in the ass. But aside from that, the game starts off story-wise really good. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to see it in my walkthrough, but you start off with normal people skin, like nothing's wrong with you. And, you go through the level and you get caught by a robot, and they rip your arms off and so on and so forth. You have to be turned into a robot, and that's how it all ties in. It's not the stupid exosuits that fucking whatever Spacey's name is, Kevin Spacey, I think it is. I don't know. Fuck. I don't follow pop culture and all that bullshit. Anywho, it's none of that exosuit bullshit. You don't shoot grenades out of your fists. You throw them like a normal human. It's just you have like Luke Skywalker in the original 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 Star Wars, where he gets a robotic hand and shit. I mean, does some special stuff, but for the most part, works pretty well. So the first like 5, 6 missions are perfect. I mean, if they just continue that story mode, it'd be awesome. But as soon as you finish like halfway through, once you're done with Singapore, the game takes a left turn. Instead of going from like warfare and like trying to beat the enemy and whatnot, you go and you're fighting a DNA, or I shouldn't say DNA, I'm sorry, your data neural interface, DNI, infection in your suit that corrupts your minds and makes you see ravens and birds and whatnot. In one of the missions, as soon as you get back to Egypt, you go and you're fighting in World War II. I mean, it had nothing to do with the story mode. Like right now, this is the campaign. I'm freaking killing zombies in the campaign, and I personally felt. I mean, sorry, it's a little dark. I mean, I chose this game clip to show you how ridiculous the campaign gets. I would say, I mean, next to Advanced Warfare, because that's by far the worst Call of Duty, this is an awful campaign story. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, but it's not a Call of Duty campaign. It's something I would see in Halo, and then it's still far-fetched in Halo. It's almost like Cortana going through rampancy. It just starts off normal, but the entire story mode is clouded by one small thing that becomes the giant story mode. So I think the story mode of this game lacked. And eventually, I mean, I'm going to definitely put a spoiler in the title, but your best friend Hendrix, which I'm glad he died, he goes completely insane, and it's like, it was just all out of left field. Like, none of this made any sense until you replay the campaign about 3 or 4 times. And I still don't understand it 100%, but, I mean, this is called, I'm playing Call of Duty right now. I'm not playing Battlefield, or not even, I'm sorry, that's an awful comparison. I'm not playing frickin', what's it called, Borderlands or something, you know, where I drink some it looks like I fucking drank some hallucinogenic and I'm inside somebody's brain, which technically I am, but not through hallucinogenic. I touched her spine and I go inside her brain. Anywho, I'm in this freaking weird ass fucking tree, killing fucking zombies and shit, and I don't really like this at all. I think they really fell short on the campaign. Now the fact that bugs me is they called it Black Ops 3, and it left a cliffhanger. This game has nothing compared to the original 2 Black Ops. They should have called this Cybernetics Warfare or something. I don't know, something different. But it's not a Black Ops game. I mean, the online gameplay is really similar, but I'll get to that later. But as of this, there's no reference at all to the original 2. So, and this definitely has a cliffhanger, so what are they going to do? Black Ops 4, Black Ops 5, Black Ops 6? Because this game does leave you the cliffhanger, and they're going to make another one. But they shouldn't, you know, it's like having Halo 7 come out. You need to cut the numbers and make a different, you know, game. They should have called it something else, but that's just me. Aside from all the story mode and whatnot, you guys can give me your opinion. I thought the game was completely weird, but that's just me. But anyways, aside from the story mode, the setup and mechanics of the offline, I keep calling it offline. I should keep the campaign. I love it. I love the leveling up. I love the customization of the guns, how you can put different attachments on, how you can put, you know, all different stuff. A bunch of customization. You're not limited like you are online. And the leveling up system, you know, encourages you to replay and replay and replay in different difficulties, go back and collect. They do a really good job on all of that. But when it comes to story mode, you know, they really fell short on that, and I would have really liked to see either, you know, a different game title or just this cut from the game and something else, you know. But really, I mean, aside from that, I mean, I really can't complain too much, but just watch this. I'm a shooter, and just, I mean, is this is this Call of Duty? No, this isn't Call of Duty, and you know, that really hurts the game for me, and at least the campaign. I'm big on campaign. A lot of people just buy this game for online, and when it comes to online, you know, they did a decent job, and I'll get to that in a minute, like I keep saying, but the graphics, I have to say, are spot on. Next gen graphics are perfect. I love the interaction between your character. No matter how you customize him, you still feel connected, like he's part of the game. He should have been in there. Even though I could change his whole outlook and I can make him a girl halfway through, I think the dynamic of that was dialed in perfectly. I don't think they could have done anything different. I like how you're able to change, and the graphics again are just amazing. They did a great job. And at first, when I got this, I was really hesitant to get this game. So I'm sick of all the robotic bullshit they keep pulling into the Call of Duty series and franchise. But when it came to online, I was really nervous, and because Advanced Warfare was the biggest fucking flop for Call of Duty, it was just god fucking awful. Sledgehammer Gaming really fucked Call of Duty, and we'll see if they do a better job. But when it comes to online, you really don't want to stray off the I guess you can say what works. At first, I was really hesitant about all those jetpacks and jumping and bullshit, and I'll get to that later. But I mean, as far as maps and levels go, I really like them. They brought back most of the same game modes, nothing new. They had the hard point, all that good shit. That's what I'm playing right here. And they did a really good job creating the game, and the weapons are pretty balanced for the most part. Maybe not in this game, but I get a lot of fucking assists. And I was playing Halo 5 a lot before this, so I'm used to, you have to fucking hit the hell out of them until you even kill them. This one, a freaking bullet bounces off the ground, hits a Furby, and then nicks your foot and you're dead. So, I mean, it took me a while to get used to that. I was like, oh my god, this game's annoying. And I didn't like it at first, but it really grew on me really quick. And I would say the online wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. My only big complaint about the online is they used supercharges, almost like Destiny, where each specialist has a different power-up, and after like 2 minutes you get to activate your power-up, and it could be anything from ground pounding, speed up, shields, a electronic vaporizer, so on and so forth. There's just a bunch of stuff, and it's almost the same as like buttons as the Destiny charge up anyways. So I mean, I was the biggest fan of that, but it works. It's not the worst. You don't need it to win. It's not like the biggest thing. If you know how to master it, you're definitely gonna have the upper edge. But as far as that goes, I personally suck at using it, so I'm gonna give it a bad it's stupid. But I don't think it's really necessary to have in this game. I know they're trying to bring something from the campaign over, which was like the cybernetics. So I get it, but again, it's just not my cup of tea for online gaming when it comes to Call of Duty. When I'm playing Call of Duty, I want to play just a ground or shooting game. I don't want to have all this futuristic stuff, and that's just me. So I'm hoping Call of Duty from here on doesn't incorporate all these jetpacks and thrusters and freaking grenade launch out of my armpit grenade launchers and fucking power up and charge ups and all that stuff. So I'm kind of hoping that kind of starts to dissipate and take a step back in Call of Duty. This is definitely a step back from Advanced Warfare. Would I say, I don't know if this is just a different version of that kind of thing from Advanced Warfare, and just this is the future of Call of Duty. There is a formula that has worked. I think they need to modify that formula instead of change it completely, which they've been doing with the past 2 games, which is all this robotics bullshit, and that's just me. When it comes to gaming maps and stuff, maps are, in my opinion, are pretty well set up. The one thing I don't like, this kind of goes back to the jumping and getting on top of roofs and shit, is the maps start to lose detail the more you incorporate freaking jumping up and stuff. Like if you compare this map to like Favala or whatever in Modern Warfare 2, I mean I'm not saying graphic wise, because this by far blows it out, which is more modern and polished, but the detail itself, in my opinion, has more detail, and just the running around and hopping over stones and just the general what Call of Duty should be, the maps lack there, and I've noticed that in Advanced Warfare more so than this. But again, it's just not I don't really like all this futuristic stuff, and I mean, I think a lot of things do suffer from it, like map quality and stuff. But they did a good job in creating these levels. I'm assuming they're going to bring some levels back from Black Ops 1 and 2, which will be really cool to see. What I do like so far, I don't know how long it will last, is there's no microtransactions, which I've seen numerous times across all new games. Halo 5, Destiny just fucking added that stupid shit with the fucking silver coins that you buy for fucking $10 to get you a cool thumbs up. None of that bullshit yet. I'm assuming we'll see some of that with map packs, but that's, standard when it comes to map packs. That's just, we've been living with that since Call of Duty 4. So I'm not too worried about any of those. I just don't like, buy a squad point pack and get fucking new guns and camo. Ghost had a lot of microtransactions, which I personally did like, but they do ruin games a little bit. And I haven't seen much of that with this game, so I mean that's definitely a thumbs up. Gaming mechanics with online, really fluid, really good. Not too awful. I mean, they bring back a lot of the similar kill streaks they had in original Black Ops with different twists on them. They're not completely redone to make the game lose its pizzazz like Advanced Warfare did. As you see me playing this, it does feel a lot like the Call of Duty we've come to love. You do see me jumping around, and when I first saw it, I was like, oh no, but that is so secondhand. It's not going to change the entire layout of the game like it did in Advanced Warfare, where jumping was the biggest fundamental of Call of the Online. Like this, you can still drop shot and fucking kill people, which is great. That's what Call of Duty should be. I should be able to drop shot or a quick scope. And to me, I mean, I only played Advanced Warfare for like 2 weeks, and I just did not like it. And you notice me, I'm comparing this to Advanced Warfare a lot, but really that's the only thing we can really base it on, just because all the futuristic jetpacks and thrusters and stuff. And this game does do a good hybrid with combining the Call of Duty we know and love to Advanced Warfare, and they do a good job with that. And I mean, I don't mind the story mode being like that, but I personally just like my multiplayer, a standard run, hide, crouch game. I don't like having the seventh component of a soul, which is jumping. I mean, that's me personally. Again, you guys can totally disagree with me, and that's fine. What I do like about this game is when you do thrust, you can't get on, like you just saw, I can't get on top of buildings as much as you could in Advanced Warfare, which it's perfect. I love that. And there's a bunch of different game modes, and the game modes I like them. They have core, hardcore, arena, free run, which is like an obstacle course. They have a lot of cool different things that bring a lot to the table, and I think they did really hit it off pretty well with the online. I was really nervous and hesitant at first, but they did a decently good job on that. I'm glad they were able to combine the modern way of Call of Duty into the older version. They kind of mixed the formulas together, and it turned out pretty well. It's not the best online gameplay that I have personally played, but it's decently pretty good. Character customization. I loved Ghost when it came to that. This game has it kinda. I'm not the biggest fan of all the specialists. I mean, you can only choose one of 9 specialists, and I kind of liked either having a no-face character, kind of like you did in like Modern Warfare 2, or being able to completely customize them to like have a skull mask or have a bunch of different stuff you couldn't Ghost. So Ghost did a really good job with that, and this to me, with all the customization you get in like the class and the guns, I thought they could have done a little bit more on the character thing, because you're only first person. A lot of role players will go, I want to create a character that looks like me, or I wish that could be me or whatever. But here, you get to choose a douchebag bro kid, these butch women, this Arabian Tempest guy with a frickin' laser beam, and so on and so forth. I wish there was able to you can create your own specialist. Now it'd been really cool to see in this game, and maybe just more customization would have been nice to see in this. But I mean, overall, this is really good gameplay. I think they did a really good job with this, and again, I was hesitant, and I think they did a decently good job, and they pulled it off. A lot of people are speculating it's Call of Duty dying, and will Black Ops 3 resurrect it? I wouldn't know. I would say resurrect it, but maybe bring more back than Advanced. Kind of mend the damage of Advanced Warfare. But this is no Black or Modern Warfare 2. When that came out, everybody and their mother fucking played that game. This one, I'm playing online, playing on Xbox, and I don't see a lot of my friends playing this game, at least yet. And that might change. We'll see. I'm hoping to see more competitions from this game. I know Modern Warfare or Advanced Warfare was pretty pathetic in that. So overall, multiplayer gameplay is much better than Advanced Warfare. So props to Treyarch. I've never been a really big fan of Treyarch, but I haven't really seen anything good come out of the Call of Duty franchise. So this is definitely a step in the right direction. Maybe more customization and less robotic bullshit. And when it comes to zombies, which is coming up right in a second, I've never played zombies really that much, really, but I've never been actually a really big fan of zombies, but it's in the game, and I thought I'd do a review, and I'm trying to do the most unbiased review as I possibly can. So here we go. Anyways, first off, what I like about it is completely different characters, which, you know, they've always done. But there's actual characters, and it takes place in like the 20s or 30s or whatever, like the speakeasies and fucking Prohibition era. Like, you know, fucking right after World War I and shit. And all the guns are kind of like that. I could be completely wrong, but I didn't see many modern guns. A lot of the same guns we see in previous zombie modes, like the fucking laser beam or radar gun or whatever the fuck it is. You have your pistol. I mean, a lot of older guns. And I mean, I could be wrong. It could be more modern. I haven't really played zombies much. Again, it's not my favorite gameplay, but I do like how they kind of incorporated the story here. Everyone's cursed. I don't know if the story mode will continue on through different levels, but at least for this one, you have like freaking like curse and whatnot, and I mean that's cool. I've used the beast a few times, which is a cool little thing. You drink out of this well or something, you turn into like this fucking octopus and you fucking wreak havoc. So it's pretty fucking cool. The mystery box is still here, pretty cool. The map, in my opinion, is too big. That's just me. Again, I could be wrong. The farm, in my opinion, from Black Ops 2 was great, and is perfect size. As soon as you unlock a door, you'll get overwhelmed, but it's not like, oh shit, I need to run 14 fucking miles to the next door. Or, where's this zombie? It's not overbearing like that. And this level is just a lot to handle, at least at first. And this is the zombie I was talking about. You can just like zap them all to fucking death. And I personally don't really like that. I'd rather shoot them, but a lot of people can wreak some fucking havoc with that thing. So man, that's pretty cool. I've only made to really wave 10 with this game. So again, I'm not really good at zombies. It's hard and just not my thing. So, but what other things they've kind of added, and what I've heard is they're going to bring back the old zombie level. I think from the World at War, I think it was Dare Eris or whatever. Heard they're bringing that back. It's going to be a map pack or something. So that'd be really interesting to see how they kind of remaster that and put these characters in. We still have the really cheesy catchphrases. There's a lot of detail in this map, which I like. You still have your vending machine. What I do like about there's a lot of places to run, but then again, it's just a really diverse map, and they did a decent job with this. If someone who played zombies a lot would probably enjoy this because it's more open and just bigger. I personally don't like it just because it's so big. There's a lot to go wrong. A lot of zombies to manage. They don't just come out of the freaking barn or something. But it's there. It's good. You have your same explosions, your same power-ups, your same voices. They didn't change much, and they did a good job doing that. A lot of Call of Duty's changed over the days, and zombies have stayed pretty. The formula stayed pretty normal, so they did a decently good job with that. So when it comes down to Black Ops 3, is it worth purchasing? Yeah, I really enjoyed the game. I'm ready for Fallout 4, that's for fucking sure. I'm going to pick that up tonight. But overall, the game exceeded my expectations and more. The campaign, I would have to say, was okay. Story mechanics of it, dead on, perfect. Best campaign mechanics ever. Story mode, worst. Actually, Advanced Warfare was pretty bad, but that was a story mode where you had to kill a bad faction. There's a bad guy. In this one, it's you're going against your mind. There's no real bad guy. So the campaign, I don't like it. But when it comes to actual mechanics of the game, again, it's exceeded my expectations. Online, much better than I was expecting. I thought the whole game would revolve around the jetpacks. It doesn't. The game revolved around running around killing people like the original formula did. And so they did a great job with that. I'm really stoked on they didn't ruin the game with the fucking jetpacks and shit. So props to Treyarch on that. If I were to give this game a rating 1 out of 10, I'd give it probably 7.5 out of 8 stars, or 7.5, 8 stars out of 10, just because the campaign. If the campaign was better, it was definitely would get an 8.5 or 9. The campaign really brings this game down, but overall, I enjoyed playing it, and smash the subscribe button. Hope you guys enjoy this review. Stay tuned for the campaign that I'm still uploading, and if you guys are interested in Fallout 4, that'll be coming up too. And hope you guys enjoy, and subscribe, thumbs up, and share me across the world. Thank you.